Hey there everybody, MrProvines here. It's been a while since my last video, and today, I believe today the 1.4 Snapshot was released, and we will be doing a video on the new content. There's some really interesting stuff already, as 1.3 was much more of a hardware update. 1.4 appears to be a content update. And so the first thing to start with is there have been changes to villagers and mobs in general. So, if we go over here, we see some very interesting things. First off, finally, like they've been talking about adding for a long time, mobs can now have armor and enchanted weapons. That's right. Skeletons, zombies, and pigmen can all wear armor. I know they can wear leather, chain, and golden armor. I did not know about iron. Zombies can carry tools. I've only seen them carry shovels. And you see skeletons' weapons enchanted. And as such, I've only seen skeletons wearing chain armor. I don't know if this is exclusive. I imagine all of them can do each. If that's the case. Other interesting things. There's currently a bug where zombies do not burn in sunlight, which is odd, but that's not important. This we'll get to in a second. This is very cool. Actually, yes. So you can see here the skeleton has an enchanted bow. I'm sure if I spawned with skeletons, one would come with armor. I'm not going to do this too long because it would be quite annoying, but there you go. Skeleton and golden armor. Burning right there. Now also when they die, they often drop the armor they're wearing, so let's see if he'll drop his gold armor. And I'm going to kill the pigman after. Although pigmen already dropped gold, but as you can imagine, fighting a mob in full golden armor, which is pretty high defense, or iron armor worse. Nope, no gold from him. Oh well. Would be pretty awful. So let's kill the pigman and see what he drops. Oh, he didn't drop either. Well, there's quite a few bugs right now. I can assure you though that earlier on I spawned a few hundred and I killed them all with TNT and I was getting a bunch of chainmail drops. So, villagers have changed. Villagers now react positively or negatively to you, depending on how you treat them. I again have been having issues showing the actual animation, but when you trade with them, they give a heart over their head. And when you attack them, the heart breaks. But let's see if we get a heart for that. Did we get a heart? No, he didn't seem to want to give me a heart. Oh! You see the some potion effects there? That's interesting. I'm not sure what. That might be part of the more lovey-dovey part to me. But I don't know. And such, if you hit them, they're supposed to be breaking hearts, but we've had issues with that too. So another cool thing is what happens now when zombies kill villagers. Let's see if it occurs. If not, I have an example over there. There we go. Perfect. Thank you for working at once. There are now zombie villagers. Yes. This is not a mod. This is a reality. There are now villagers that are zombies. So, in this other holding cell right here, I have a zombie villager from earlier. As you can see, he spawned with a shovel in his hand. Look at that test of face. Now, there is actually a very cool way to fix them, and I only just found out about this. There's a lot of changes so far in already a couple of days. I am looking for a potion of weakness. A splash potion of weakness. I probably should already have this in. Weakness, there we go. So first thing first is, let me get both items. You need a splash potion of weakness and a regular golden apple. What you do is, you hit him with the splash potion. Alright. And then you feed him, see how he's shaking? How he's shaking like a crazy man? Apparently after a while he's supposed to turn into a villager. And I'm not sure how long the time is, so we're going to go away and look at other stuff in the meantime. Can't wait for that to happen. I want to turn my peaceful settings down. So the biggest thing to come out so far is the, what's it called? Is it like the TBA block? No, it's called the... It is called the... Come on, wait for it. Where is the item located? There we go. It's called the Work in Progress, or the WIP block. And what this is, people who ever played a tower defense game, this is like an enchantment hub. Basically what happens is, you either put iron, gold, diamond, or emerald blocks in a pyramid below it, and then you place a diamond, gold, or emerald ignite inside the Work in Progress, and you get one of 5 select enchants. With each level you add, they get more powerful, and on the final level, you also are given permanent regeneration. These work in a, I believe it is 40 by 40 area at their maximum strength. If you were to put any block over the top of this, they will be rendered inactive. They're supposed to, let me see, make sure I have everything, all the particles on. Yeah, again, another issue. They're supposed to emit a beam of light that goes up to the sky when you activate them, but I have not seen that happen so far. Again, very fresh screen cap. So we can see here there's speed, haste, resistance, jump boost, and strength. And you get regeneration with them if you evolve the secondary powers, which I do. Speed works like a swiftness potion. This makes you mine faster. You take less damage. This is the coolest one, I think. You jump higher, and this one you deal more damage. So let's add an emerald, and I want this. Done. Now if I land, and I look at it takes about 3 seconds. I have jump boost, and the regeneration's off. So what jump boost looks like is this. I'm jumping 2.5 blocks high. So if we were to get some fence posts, I don't know where those are. I don't know the new creative inventory very well. There we go. Fence posts. Hello, fence posts. I can jump right over them. Not a problem. So these will be very interesting to have in people. Originally, these are not buildable right now either. They're only able to be spawned, which is interesting. Also, they eat up your diamonds apparently. They're only able to be spawned, which is interesting. Because at first I thought they'd be for adventure maps and stuff like that, but because they require all this beneath them, it's pretty apparent they're supposed to be in your base, like the middle of your base, and so you can mine faster. But they are incredibly resource heavy to, he's still not changed. They're incredibly resource heavy to use. Even with iron, I mean, it's like 156 or 164 blocks or something of iron. Now, I kind of want to hold off on doing that one. I want to wait for this villager to change. But he's getting there. We're going to work on something else first. The reason being is you can have 4 active at once, or you can have 5 active at once technically, assuming you're being a pyramid. But I'm going to activate them, except they corrupt your world file right now sometimes when they're placed adjacent to one another. If you don't, see how I keep getting the jump boost even though I'm all the way over here? Yep. Woo! Woo! Right, they'll corrupt your world file, and if you put anything other than diamonds in them right now, they'll corrupt your world file as well. Sometimes. It's iffy, and it's something it's just annoying to risk. Right, so the other thing I was going to show you, the other change so far, and please someone correct me if I've left anything out after these last few things, is this. Is it that? Cool. And it's daytime. It's not actually daytime. This is the splash potion of night vision. As you can see, if I break this top, the skeleton's not going to light on fire. Oh! He changed back to a villager. You saw it here first. Back to a villager. And he's ready to trade again. Excellent. Goodbye, enemies. You were so annoying. So, even though it's middle of night, I actually can see like it's daytime. Which is, I think it's pretty cool. Oops. I probably typed this exactly the same twice. I always forget what the command order is. It's set time or time set. There we go. Now it's daytime again, but I still have the night vision on. So that'll be an interesting change. So let's try this, and let's hope that I don't crash. Okay. And there we go. So for everyone to see, we just crashed. If I attempt to reload the old world I just used, we get that problem. But that's going to be it for this episode. I'm glad that you all watched, and I hope you enjoyed the new sneak preview, snapshot of 1.4. Oh, seems to like to corrupt a lot of data. Interesting spawn point. Anyhow, those are some interesting and drastic changes to the game, I feel. The ability to have a permanent enchantment source in your base to give you buffs. Sure, adventure map builders are going to just clean themselves over it, I'm sure. I'm sure there's so many ways to manipulate it. That and mobs with armor might start seeing actual like boss enemies with people changing the data to like protection 10 and stuff like that on their armor if it's possible. Making crazy strong enemies that are fast, that can jump high. It'll be an interesting time. So I expect to see a lot more content like this, improvements to the villager trading system, and more work with mobs. And we get a new block too. That's interesting. So I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll be putting out more as soon as new snapshots come out. As always, this is MrProvines, and I hope you've enjoyed.